Hi everyone. Welcome to our financial education series. Today, we're diving into a topic that has made headlines and affected countless people: Ponzi schemes. What are they? How do they work? And why should you be wary? Let's break it down. Welcome back to CASHFLOW Builder's YouTube channel. Your number one channel for making money online, number one channel for making money with AI. Number one channel for everything make money online. Like, comment and subscribe to always be in touch. A Ponzi scheme is a type of investment fraud that lures investors and pays profits to earlier investors with funds from more recent investors. It's named after Charles Ponzi, who became infamous for using this fraudulent technique in the early 20th century. A Ponzi scheme is a type of financial fraud that promises high returns with little to no risk to investors. Named after Charles Ponzi, who became infamous for using this scheme in the early 20th century, it relies on the continuous influx of new investment to pay returns to earlier investors. A Ponzi scheme is a fraudulent investment scheme that pays returns to earlier investors using the capital from newer investors, rather than from profit earned by the operation of the business. The scheme is named after Charles Ponzi, who, in the 1920s, promised investors high returns on investments in international postal reply coupons. He used new investors' money to pay off earlier investors, creating the illusion of a profitable business. Trust CASHFLOW Builders for financial safety tips and guide. Like, comment and subscribe to always be in touch. Examples of Ponzi schemes. 1. Charles Ponzi, 1920s. The original Ponzi scheme involved investing in international postal reply coupons. Ponzi promised high returns but was eventually caught, leading to his conviction and imprisonment. 2. Bernie Madoff, 2008. One of the most notorious Ponzi schemes in recent history, Bernie Madoff's investment firm promised high returns and defrauded thousands of investors out of billions of dollars. Madoff was sentenced to 150 years in prison. Why are Ponzi schemes problematic? Unsustainable model. Ponzi schemes are inherently unsustainable. They require a constant influx of new investors to function, and eventually, they collapse when new investment slows. Investor losses. When the scheme collapses, later investors typically lose their money. The early investors who received returns are often seen as complicit, but many may have been unaware of the fraudulent nature of the scheme. Legal consequences. Ponzi schemes are illegal in most jurisdictions. Those who run or promote them can face severe legal penalties, including fines and imprisonment. Here's a basic rundown of how a Ponzi scheme works. 1. The promise. An individual or organization promises high returns with little risk. This initial promise is often very attractive and draws people in. 2. Early investments. People start investing money, believing they're making a smart financial move. The scheme's promoter uses this money to pay returns to earlier investors. 3. Recruitment. To keep the scheme going, the promoter needs more and more people to invest. As long as new investors keep coming in, the scheme can continue. 4. Collapse. Eventually, the scheme collapses when there aren't enough new investors to pay returns to earlier investors. At this point, many people lose their money. The key to understanding a Ponzi scheme is realizing that there's no actual profit being generated from legitimate investments. The returns are simply money taken from new investors and given to earlier ones. Once the scheme can no longer attract new investors, it collapses. How can you spot a Ponzi scheme? Here are some red flags. 1. Guaranteed returns. Promises of high returns with little or no risk should be a huge warning sign. All investments carry some level of risk. 2. Unlicensed sellers. The scheme's promoters are often unregistered or unregulated, lacking proper licenses or oversight. 3. Complex investment strategies. If you can't understand how the investment works or where your money is going, be cautious. 4. Pressure to invest quickly. Schemes often pressure you to invest quickly or to recruit others to keep the scheme going. If you suspect you're being targeted by a Ponzi scheme, here's what you should do. 1. Research. Look into the investment opportunity and the background of the promoters. Check for any red flags or regulatory warnings. 2. Report. Contact regulatory authorities such as the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, or your local financial regulatory body to report any suspicious activity. 3. Consult professionals. Seek advice from financial experts or legal professionals before making any investment decisions. To wrap up, Ponzi schemes are fraudulent investments that rely on a constant influx of new money to pay returns. By understanding the signs and staying informed, you can protect yourself from falling victim to these schemes. Thanks for tuning in, and remember, if something sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Like, comment and subscribe to Cashflow Builders to always be in touch. Understanding Ponzi schemes is crucial for protecting yourself from financial fraud. By recognizing the signs and staying informed, you can make safer investment decisions and avoid falling victim to these deceptive schemes. Stay safe and make smart financial choices. See you next time. Cashflow Builders, shine your eye, stay blessed and let the cash flow.